Petronas has forecast crude oil price to hover around 50 to 60 USD per barrel. Citing its Petronas Activity Outlook report, most industry analysts are expecting oil to hover around that price, but the firm is adopting lower for longer approach until it is confident that the current uptrend is sustainable. Cost efficiency has remained a major theme in the firm's effort to draw the local oil and gas industry out of its previous downturn, highlighting cost competitiveness and substitutions as key issues to be addressed. This second PAO report marks the first time Petronas has made such information public. Procurement Vice President Samsudin Miscon said that it was imperative for players to understand key trends as a barometer. Petronas' efforts to counter this uncertainty is to push for transparency of information, which would help rebalance market activities. That would also help to positively impact supporting ecosystem like investment and financing, which are crucial in promoting a thriving OGSE sector. IOI Corp sees a strong support for CPO prices at 2,500 to 2,650 ringgit per ton in the next 2 months. This is a slightly higher forecast compared to the current level of CPO prices at 2,472 ringgit per ton as of November 30th, according to the Malaysian Palm Oil Board. CEO Lee Yao Cho said CPO prices had dropped substantially in the last 3 weeks due to the unexpected stability in production of oil palm fruits. He said normally at this period of time, you will see a peak in production, while there is a lowering in production during November. But this year, this hasn't happened. Stocks have increased more than expected, causing a drop in CPO prices. Besides that, the strengthening of the ringgit versus the USD has also brought CPO prices down. Low adds that the strengthening of crude oil prices is also expected to support CPO prices going forward. Local glove manufacturer will tweak their prices to match up with rising costs. President of the Malaysian Rubber Glove Manufacturer Association Dennis Loh said this follows the steep rise in natural gas price, chemical costs and the annual incremental costs relating to wages and also the new governmental policies. He said Magma made the statement early to ensure all stakeholders are prepared to see higher glove prices in the months ahead. He adds that passing the cost to buyers is inevitable as it would be difficult for the manufacturers to bear. The steep 22.9% rise in gas price will result in an additional cost of about 60 cents to 1 USD depending on the glove type. Loh said that while Magma can understand the gradual subsidy removal by the government as part of its subsidy rationalization program, but industry players need to be mindful of competition from neighboring countries. Even so, Loh said 2017 is going to be a record year for glove manufacturers due to acute healthcare consciousness, regulation and the crackdown of vinyl glove factories in China because of environmental issues. Five directors of Trive Property Group have been reprimanded and fined a total of 2.55 million ringgit by the Securities Commission. They are being punished for knowingly furnishing false or misleading statements in the 2014 audited financial statements of the company to the Commission and Bursa Malaysia. 3 directors, namely Wong Kok Siong, Tu Sun Sien and Muhammad Amin Muhammad Saleh, who at the relevant time were audit committees members of Trive, were fined 539,000 ringgit each, while 2 other directors, Pang Chow Huat and Zarul Ikhwan Zarul Ahmad, were fined 465,500 ringgit each. In a statement today, the SC said the sanctions arose as a result of its findings that Trive had failed to perform an impairment assessment on its development expenditure amounting to 21.1 million ringgit as at July 31st, 2014, in accordance with the approved accounting standards. SC said the sanction follows the severity of the directors' failure to discharge their duties in ensuring that financial statements submitted to the regulators are true and fair. Should Barisan Nasional receive a stronger mandate in GE14, PM Najib said the government might implement a 30% quota for women in Senate. According to reports, he said the country could start with a proposal of 30% quota for women in the upper house. In terms of women in politics, he adds the government would like to see more women participating as their presence would better reflect the electorate and make the political process more inclusive, thus strengthening our democracy. He said today women officers make up 57.5% of the civil service, not including the police and military. The Najib administration also recently launched the Malaysian chapter of the 30% Club, which aims for gender balance across all organizations, including the boards of publicly listed companies. However, he admits that the government was behind on this target and warns that starting next year, the government would name and shame PLCs which do not have women as board members, and as such, they may not be given government contracts.